Hello, Mary. This is going to be the balance exercise glossary, if you will. I'm re-recording this in New Jersey, as you can tell by the change of scenery. But yeah, so basically what this video is going to be is basically just all of the balance challenges that we've done, plus maybe a couple new ones. There might be like one or two that I leave out because I'm recording this like a week before our last couple of sessions. But at the end, I'm also going to go through a little bit of the process of how I come up with balance workouts or like where you can find more, so not to worry. But the first one that we're going to run through is going to be our clock balance exercise. So basically what we want to do for this is we're going to stand on one leg, our stable, our tree trunk leg, and we want to just touch all the different numbers of the clock. We can imagine the 12s right in front of us, and then 1, 2, 3 to our side, 4, 5, and then 6 right behind us. And then with our other leg, switch, do 7, 8, 9 right to our side, 10, 11, 12 in front of us. And so as you can see, you can kind of progress that in any way you want. You can kind of pick different numbers. You don't actually have to go in order. And also, if you want that extra challenge, you can use your right leg to reach for like a 6 or a 7 even. So whatever you feel comfortable, that's kind of how you can progress that on your own. Okay, I'm going to move into our second one. Our second one is our tree pose. And so our tree pose is when we stand on one leg. Here I'm standing on my left leg. And we basically put our foot on our opposite calf and hold like this. And then, because this is kind of challenging, what we want to do here is use the ground to tap and stay upright. And kind of the intensity here is just going to be determined by how long you do it for and how many taps you do and kind of like where you are upstairs, if you will. Sorry, I just got to check the order. Okay, so our next one is driving our knee up. So basically I'm standing on my one leg and I'm just driving this one up as I try to bounce. Obviously it's very difficult in front of a wall, chair in front of you, always helpful, you know, or the bench I mean. And again, just driving this knee up. We did once where we were like clapping under, but I think the clapping made it like too hard. So if you want to progress to the clapping, that could be useful. Yes, our shooting star. So our shooting star is the one that kind of resembles what it looks like to reach for something on the top shelf. So you stand on one leg, and you kind of, I'm kicking out this arm and then this leg. And that's why it's a shooting star. And then this hand's kind of going out too. And that's kind of how we're working on balance there. And again, definitely want to have a bench near you or a wall or something. Definitely make it more helpful. Okay, our next one is the one where we stack our feet. So I'm going to come a little closer to the camera so you can see my feet. So I'm stacking them like that. And then what we're going to try to do is turn and tap the wall behind us. It's very difficult, but you guys remember. So that's going to be the twist with our feet stacked, if you like that one. Okay, so the next one is our kicks. So you can either do the side kick or the front kick. Those are our two kicks, basically. So either one, you just remember tree trunk stable, kick, kick, like that. And then our next one is going to be, oh, sorry. Oh yes, this one is a good one. So we have our one leg stable, it's the theme, of course, standing on one leg. And then this one is where we draw crosses along the ground. So left to right, front to back, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, and one thing I did not mention in the beginning of this video is clenching your abdominals is going to be key to these balance exercises to help you a little bit, just to stay stable. As we talked about, the more stable that your spine and your core is, the less that the rest of your body kind of has to do to work on that stabilization, and they can just kind of focus on doing the job that they have. Great. All right. Okay, so this next one we haven't done yet, but I'm gonna do it next time with you, I think. And this is going to be, it's the same idea of the clock with our lower body, but we're gonna be doing the clock exercise with our upper body. And so what I mean by that is basically you just stand on one leg and then you reach out for the 12, reach for the 1, you know, very difficult, reach for the 2, and then of course we have this back foot too to help us if we feel like we're falling over. Don't do what I just did. And then yeah, just go for those different ones. And again, just pick different numbers. Definitely don't always go in order. It'll be good for your brain to kind of like mix it up. And then also when you want to reach for the ones behind you, you can just do it with like one arm. So if you want to go for that 5, you want to go for that 7, or even that 6. You just do that with one arm. That's also an option for us. Okay, so our next one is going to be the one where we step over the wire. So you want to imagine that there's something, you put a dumbbell there when we did this. That was a great idea. You can put any object there. And we're just stepping over it, tapping our heel, and coming back. And definitely want to do it on both sides for all these. Step over and come back like that. And this one, that one's super challenging as well. So just really want to have bench or the walls near you. That's going to be very helpful for us. The next one that we're going to do is, oh yes, our curtsy lunge. So our curtsy lunge, if you remember, is we have our tree trunk leg, and then this other leg goes back, and we come down on this front leg. And we go to the other side, that leg gets kicked out, and then we do a lunge onto this leg. And that one's pretty challenging, so definitely want to just kind of ease your way, go slowly. Oh yes. I'm sorry that I keep referencing the list, but I just want to go in order because it'll be important for the timestamps down below of this video. So this next exercise is, so we're going to stand on one leg as per usual, and we're going to tap our calf with the other leg like this. I'm just tapping, and then of course switching sides, and then you can always you can always tap the ground too to like kind of recenter yourself. Oh yes, this one was not very fun for us, but this was a good challenge. So we had our arms straight out, and I said it like imagine like taking a pinch of salt in this other hand, but it's really just touching the other side. So moving our upper body, trying to stabilize with the one leg, and of course, if you fall, just have that foot right there, ready to come down and save us. Oh yes, okay. Okay, so this one we've never done, but this is going to be a good one. I might do this next time. But basically what we're doing here is sitting on one leg, and then the way that we're going to make this harder is we're going to have to look side to side, and the faster that you look, the harder this is going to be for us. So you go nice and slow for our level 1. Still difficult. Looking side to side, kind of throwing off our sense of where we are. Our next one is going to be the one where we're on one leg, and we lean forward, and then come back up. It's this one is very challenging, but this is great to work on our balance. So you can stick your arms out too to help balance yourself. And of course, we have our foot that we can always place on the ground if we need. Okay, so the next one is also something that we've never done, but it's called a Y balance. So basically the Y balance is I'm on one leg and I'm going to draw a Y with my other leg. Okay, I'm going to show you what this looks like. But basically, I'm coming forward, I'm going out to one side, and then going out to the opposite side. So it's like a mix between our kicks forward, our kick out, and then our curtsy lunge. So it's just bringing it all together. So I'm stepping forward, sliding, stepping back behind, and then over here. So I'm touching the 3 points of the Y. Or you can just slide your foot the whole way. So you can take it off the ground, keep it on the ground. If you keep it off the ground, it's going to be a little bit harder for us, just so you know. And then, okay, so that is the end of all of our formal balance exercises that we've made. So I want to just give a little bit of a spiel as to like how to work on your balance, just in general. So it's really easy to work on balance. You can do it kind of in your everyday life, like if you're just standing there, like waiting for the microwave, or like cooking something, or just like doing nothing in your house, like just stand up and just stand on one leg. And so like the more you do it throughout the day, the easier it becomes, and then eventually we're going to start to notice those improvements in our balance. And basically, if you ever want to create your own balance workout, you want to get creative, all that I do is I try to think of ways to like throw off my center or my gravity by either altering my base of support, and we do that by standing on one leg, or by stacking, that kind of thing. And then I'm moving my center of gravity by moving my upper body kind of like out of the confines. If you can imagine like lines of my hips coming all the way up. If you move your upper body out of that, you challenge your body to really have to catch you and have to stabilize you and really use all those balance muscles. And of course, some just general rules for balance Keep that other foot close to the ground because you don't want to fall. You really want to just be right there. And then another general rule is always clenching the abdominals, really keeping us nice and stable up here. Yeah, that's kind of all I have for balance, and I hope that this all made sense. And of course, please reach out with any questions that you have if this balance video was not clear. Thank you very much, Mary.